from West 14th Street. What's your name?
Jennifer Harmer. I'm from Oregon, but I've lived in New York for 5 years.
Do you want to have a war, or do you not want to have a war?
Definitely don't want to have
no
a war.
Don't you think that we should steal all of Iraq's oil since we have a bigger military? Don't you think America needs more air pollution?
No.
No, she said no. We said, don't you think everybody in America deserves 10 SUVs?
They deserve it, but they don't need it.
Well, I really feel that this is not the right war. I think it's the wrong thing for George W. to be doing. There's no correct war.
What do you think about the war mobilization? Are you for it or against it?
Well, in Tuesday's Wall Street Journal, they let the cat out of the bag. They're cornered. And so I think we're on the brink of achieving success. And there may well not be a war due to great efforts like the one we're engaged in today.
So you think the anti-war movement is having an impact?
A very big impact, and it's growing rapidly.
So the two of you came down specifically for this today?
Yes, we came with a large bus with many other people from our area.
And friends who came on a 24-hour bus ride from Minnesota. To all of you who came from around this country, to all that are here in spirit across the world, who joined together.
It's really a good example of Americans exercising their First Amendment rights.
People, get ready, because there's a train a-coming. Don't need no ticket, you just get on board.
I'm with the Bush administration. Never expected to see them, but they're here.
Well, the Bush administration would like to thank you for coming today and remind you that we're willing to go to any lengths to protect your freedom and to keep you free. We're willing to send to their deaths millions of innocent Iraqi children. We're willing to topple regimes, to send economies into turmoil. We're willing to collapse whole governments so that you can stay free and drive your SUVs, shop, have good jobs, and live the American life. Because the American life is non-negotiable, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Our slogan is, you gotta be tough if you're gonna be stupid. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing we won't do to keep you free and happy, prosperous, and comfortable in America. That's George W. right there. Yep. And George W. has a special message for our TV audience out there. He says, everything's going to be all white, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's going to be all white.
Wage peace, not war. 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 Wage peace.
There's so many people here. You know, there must be 500,000 people. We are occupying Washington for peace.
Change in the USA. Reaching across the world. Regime change in the USA. Right before I touch Regime change in the USA. After I go into China. Regime change in the Black and white, we got to fight back. Asian love, we got to fight back. We got to fight back. We got to fight back. Racism means we got to fight back. Racism means we got to fight back. Racism means we got to fight back. 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 Fight back.
up here to send a message that not all Texans and not all people from Austin are like that yahoo. We're not what we call down there all hat and no cattle, which is what GW is.
We came from New York City, Michigan. Little towns right in the center of the state. Mount Pleasant is where the bus came from.
How long did it take you to come here?
13 hours.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. We all are.
Bronx in New York. I teach in a medical school there.
We heard about this yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
8th period. A bunch of friends of ours, they said come down and to the protest, and that's why we're here, trying to lend our support to the anti-war cause.
What brings you here?
We came here to march with the other sisters and brothers for Bush to stop this war because we don't want our children to go to war. We need the war stopped. We need the funds for here, not spending all the funds on the war.
He is the president and CEO of the National Action Network, the Reverend Al Sharpton.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We come today on the birthday weekend of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In Iraq today, there are weapons inspectors. But here on the west side of the Capitol are the moral inspectors. We're inspecting an immoral policy that says though we can't find the weapons in Iraq, we want to go to war. We argue that you say you have no money for state deficits. You have no money for child care. You have no money for our uninsured grandmothers. But you have $100 billion to $1 trillion to go to Iraq about weapons that you can't find. We can't back up. You won't fight in our name.
He's a Texan, yes. He moved there 4 months ago, and I'm concerned about his future. Because if this government goes ahead and wages war on Iraq, and possibly the next one is North Korea and God knows who else, they're going to create a climate of fear and possibly desire for revenge, and he's going to live in a very unsafe, very insecure world, and I don't want that to happen to him. That's why I'm out here. This is the first time I've ever come out to march against anything, believe me or not. And he inspired me.
We can't learn to love our neighbors by killing each other's children. We can't learn to love and live in peace with war. War just leads to more war, I think.
We came because we want our government to hear our voice, our collective voice, that we don't want war in Iraq, and we want them to stop creating violence.
My friends and I, we all talk about these issues, but we don't really do much about it, and got tired of not doing anything about it. So I wanted to come out and show my support for everything that was going on.
Hello there, are you Uncle Sam?
I am Uncle Sam, and I am definitely for peace.
You're for peace? I thought Uncle Sam was for war.
No, Bush is for war. He's
Bush is for war.
Up.
So Bush is actually not representing Uncle Sam. Why don't you turn around a little bit, show your costume here?
Bush does not represent
Oh my God, we've got a peace sign with the American flag. This is amazing.
Bush does not represent Uncle Sam.
Bring the truth back to our soil. Bring the truth back to our soil. We say no blood for oil. We say no blood for oil. Cheney, Roosevelt, Ashcroft Powell. Cheney, Roosevelt, Ashcroft Powell. Bush's crap is smelling foul. Bush's crap is smelling foul. Gotta be a better way. Gotta be a better way. Time to put the guns away. Time to put the guns away. Bush wants to attack.
The bottom line is that when everything is said and done, people have to go out and kill other people. That's right. And, you know, we become the people that do the killing, and we become the people that do the dying. I saw George Bush on TV the other day slap his leg. I'm sick and tired of Saddam Hussein doing this. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this guy's going to start a war because he's sick and tired of something. And if that's the reason we start wars, we've lost all sense of moral direction.
Our troops going in now, they're going to be facing urban warfare. They're going to be facing people who are fighting for their homes and their businesses. They're going to be facing people who don't want an American army coming in there and occupying their nation.
Well, I mean, I think it's easy for a guy to sit up there and send someone else's son to war. I have a 17-year-old son myself. You know, these guys all managed to avoid military service when it was their turn. Now they want to send my children. I was the one who went last time, and my message to them is give peace a chance. No war on Iraq.
With yet another stern fighter for justice, Ron Kovic, Vietnam veteran, author of Born on the 4th of July.
You will change the priorities of this nation, return it to the people. You will do this because this is your responsibility, your sacred responsibility as Americans and as citizens of the world. Believe in this dream, believe in Dr. King's dream, because all of you are about to participate in the unfolding of that dream, and this fight will be won in the end by you, by love, by compassion, by nonviolence. God bless you and thank you very much.
I love being in America, except I'm not necessarily happy with what's going on and how they're running it. So I'm trying to voice my opinion. That's very true. Kind of messed up and go bomb the hell out of a third world country just because we don't like Saddam.
I'm proud of being an American. I think it's a really great country, but I think we're abusing our privileges right now in the world, and we're becoming the world's police officer. And I don't think that that's our role, and I don't want to be part of a government that becomes an imperialistic nation. And it feels like we're going that way, so it is scary to me. And so I feel like I know Americans aren't that way. And I know enough people who don't feel that way, so it's up to us to make sure our government is not that way.
Your citizens go out there and say no when the governments do stupid things.
I think people are asleep, and we got to wake up. That's why we're here today.
In my government, Tony Blair is not listening to what people are saying. They're saying this war doesn't make sense. You know, Iraq is not a threat to world peace. Iraqis haven't started dropping bombs on America now. If Saddam Hussein did that, I'd be the first to go out there and take up arms. But Saddam is not threatening anyone.
It's just endless. More and more people. This was like hundreds of thousands of people. It was just huge. Sir, what do you think about whether we should bomb Iraq or not? Do you think?
Definitely not.
Not. We don't want, these people don't want war. What are they, crazy? They don't want us to bomb. They're crazy. They don't want us to bomb. They want peace. What's going on here?
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Jesus the Christ didn't say, blessed are the warmongers. Jesus Christ didn't say, blessed is big oil. Jesus Christ didn't say, blessed is Emberon. He said, blessed are the peacemakers. And we, the peacemakers, are going to make a difference here.
I look at what's happening and I see just an explosion of opposition. It's coming from the faith-based movement, it's coming from the youth, the high schools, the colleges, the labor unions, the businesses, it's coming from the environmental movement and the women's movement that we're organizing. So it's millions and millions of people who are rising up right now to say no to this war, and I think we can win.
I don't like the things that the government's doing in my name. We have foreign friends, and I don't like them to think that we're lumped in with all the things that America is doing or seems to be doing and seems to be saying, and we're turning into bullies, it seems to me, on the world front.
We have to not assume that all the rest of the world is going to do what the United States wants just because we've got big guns. We've seen that if we do that, then sometimes even people with smaller weapons can do things that really hurt the United States people badly. If we want to have a world where there is peace and justice, we have to invest not in weapons of mass destruction, but in health, in education, and in all the things that bring people human rights and not take them away.
We're here with President Bush.
Money, money, money! Oil, oil, oil! Money, money, money! Oil, oil, oil!
If Dr. King was here to celebrate his birthday, Mr. Bush, he would not be inside preparing for military buildup. He'd be outside saying, give peace a chance.
North Korea has come out and said, hey, you know this stuff you're going to get Saddam for? We have them. Okay, we have them. And then the U.S. government says, okay, don't worry, we'll talk to you. We'll negotiate. Now, if they're prepared to do that, why can't they do the same for Saddam?
We have North Korea talking about they're going to push us into like a sea of fire. It's just rhetoric. I think people understand that. But this is a country that potentially has nuclear weapons, or at least the quick means to make it compared to Iraq. We're not doing anything about that because, one, we realize that North Korea probably isn't going to do anything anyway, and two, as far as I know, there's no oil in North Korea.
There's always the argument about oil, but in the long run, once we get rid of an evil person, it'll be better for the world. Why do we have a different policy with Korea than we do with Iraq? I can't answer that. I wish I could.
If it was broccoli they were growing over there, we wouldn't be caring all that much about what's going on.
Young America, thank you for being here. Thank you for fighting back today. Today, you are not our future, you are our right now. Fight back right now.
Totally not what we need right now. It's no point to go to another country and steal oil. It's no point to go to a war and kill somebody when they didn't do anything to us. A war doesn't solve our problems that we have here in the U.S.
What's it about? Why
It's about money. It's about oil. It's about power. It's about Bush and his little vendetta or whatever he has against Iraq and Saddam Hussein. He thinks the whole world is with him for war, and we're really not. Like, he just hasn't taken the time out to listen to anyone else. We have a lot of family that's in the Marines, in the Army, and the reserves, and they're already being sent over to Iraq, and it's just sad. It really is. I don't want to see my family die for no reason.
Why do we march? We cry out to the world today. Choose life over death. Choose hope and healing over hurt and hostility. Why do we march today? We choose to follow the moral law and transform unjust human laws. While we march today, use our marching feet and our bodies as living sacrifices, and if necessary, like Dr. King and Jesus and Mandela, use civil disobedience. We must fight back because our lives are at stake. We fight back because our lives are at stake.
Rabbi Arthur Waskow. I'm director of the Shalom Center, which is a national Jewish network and organization that works on issues of peace and social justice.
You're prepared to be arrested?
I'm absolutely prepared. In New York City, on December the 10th, Human Rights Day, I was one of a group of 99 clergy of all faiths, imams, rabbis, priests, ministers, who were arrested at the U.S. mission to the UN. And the judge dismissed the charges on for the sake of justice.
So tell me why you're here.
Yes, I'm here to protest this unjust, criminal, and immoral war that the Bush administration has been waging and is planning to escalate on the people of Iraq.
Y'all look so good, and we look so strong. I give thanks today for each one of you coming here to stand up for justice and against George Bush war against Iraq. Give yourselves a hoot, give yourselves a holler, give yourselves an amen.
The Women's Peace Vigil reflects the views of millions of Americans who know that bombing Iraq will make us the aggressors, will provoke outrage around the world, and will make us less safe here at home.
Brothers and sisters, I'm pleased to tell you that
Today, labor is moving against the war. That movement is going to be mobilizing to get workers out, not only today, but on February 15th in New York City.
We from SEIU, with the Service Employee International Union. And we are home care workers from Brooklyn coming here to fight, to protest against the war. And we need the money, the funding here. We don't need the funding in the war, we need the funding here because we have children and grandchildren that's coming up, and we don't want war for them.
Weapons of mass destruction, brothers and sisters, are really weapons of mass distraction. They're a distraction from oil. They're a distraction from the disastrous economy at home, and a distraction from the fact that it's working people, poor people, who will pay for this war. We'll pay for it with blood, we'll pay for it with our social services, we'll pay for it in every way that we've paid for every war.
We gotta beat back. We gotta beat back. We gotta beat back. We gotta beat back.
We're mobilizing the black community in concert with everybody of all races and cultures and religions to oppose this war. Black people have a very direct stake in ensuring that there is no war. We always have fought and died in disproportionate numbers in many of the recent wars, particularly the Vietnam War. The massive cutbacks in human needs that will come will particularly and most acutely impact our community and other people of color.
Even though he taught the world that America was not for whites only, Dr. King is not for blacks only. Dr. King is for those that love peace, and those in the King tradition is here today. So as I leave you, I wish you a happy King Day. Happy birthday, Martin. We haven't dropped the banner. Happy birthday, Martin. We're going to still stand for peace. Happy birthday, Martin. Just like Bush's son is in the White House, your children is in Washington today. We will stand up. We will not back down. We will fight the fight.
We do not want war. We are one voice. One voice.
We will not learn how to live together in peace by killing each other's children.
In my sleeping, it was broken.
What do you want? When do you want it?
Now! In the former shining valleys, where the pure air recognized.
No blood for oils.
You have shown your patriotism by being here today.
George Bush is going to send you to the battlefront. But we are not going. Let everybody say we are not going. Across the world, millions of people are saying we are not going. We are not going. Mr. Bush, you go. But we are not going. We are not going. We are not going. God bless you.
Facial aspects became suspect and bending low as if to hear, and the armies ceased advancing because the people.
I wish the president would listen to us, but if he doesn't, thank you, Mom. Okay. I think that peace is a really important aspect of our country, and if we're really not willing to listen to what the population is saying, then is he really worthy to be our president? And he should really listen to what we're saying, because we're part of the population too.
Recognized, and my senses newly open, 'cause I awaken to the cry
these United States in order to form a more perfect union, do establish justice and domestic tranquility. So we're going to stand together. We, the people, will be able to echo the Martin Luther King speech that he made in the summer of 1963, and we will shake off the oppression of slavery, violence, and destruction that's going on in terms of militarism, and say, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
To recall what I found, I was dreaming in my dreaming. God knows a pure view as I surrender into my sleeping. I commit my dream to you, Dr. King. Have the power. People have the power. The people have the power. The people have the power. The power to dream, to rule, to wrestle the world from fools. It's decreed, the people rule. It's decreed, the people rule. Listen, I believe everything we dream can come to pass through a union. We can turn the world around. We can turn the earth's revolution. We have the power. People have the power. The people have the power. People have the power. Thank you. Use your voice. Use your voice for peace. Peace. One voice.
Thank you, Patty.
Cops are watching us.